here in Doncaster East. My name is Danny Jung and I'm proudly to be auctioneer this morning. Also assist you with your purchase, the marketing agent you've met throughout the campaign, Fang Lu, and also we've got Mark Lum, Ryan Zhou and Stephen Yang here to help you with your competition. So if you have any questions regarding the property, the paperwork, or some bidding strategy with your bidding here today, they are here to help. Now, first I draw your attention to, ladies and gentlemen, is the contract sale, which has been made available to you prior to today's auction. Very straightforward auction contract. You'll find a little difference compared to the others that we use in the state of Victoria for residential property auctions. Two parts of contract form the framework of your competition here today. The particular sale, together with both special and general conditions attached to that, is the Vandal Statement, which is more commonly known as a Section 32 document that outlines all the relevant information you need to know in terms of becoming a new owner of this property right here. Now, the particular sale reason to follow the marketing agent is Waverley Real Estate, and the property you are purchasing here today is commonly known to you and I, your neighbours, your postman, your Uber Eats delivery driver, simply as number 7 Havelock Court here in Doncaster East. Inclusive in today's sale, all fixed recoveries, light fittings, window finishings, together with all the fixtures and fittings as inspected, will be included in today's sale. The contract you'll be signing will be unconditional. There is no cooling off period for the property that purchased at auction in the state of Victoria, as we normally do. Now, as your auctioneer, it's my duty and responsibility to ensure today's auction is conducted in accordance with the rules or any additional conditions that's made available for inspection prior to today's auction. The rules prohibits making a false bid, prohibits the bidder trying to prevent others from bidding, or any major disruptions by bidders during the course of the auction, and there are fines for these conducts. Bidders will be indicated upon request by me as the auctioneer. The rules permits vendor bids in terms I will use to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor will be simply vendor bid. And by law, only I as the auctioneer today can make a vendor bid. Lastly, buyers, if you want to be the one assigning the contract sale in the next 20 to 30 minutes time, please pay particular attention to the next two rules because they are crucial for your success here today. 1, by law, as the auctioneer, I cannot accept any bids or offers that's made after I declare the property sold. So before I knock it down to the successful purchaser here today, I'll simply call it out 3 times, like so. First call, second call, third and final call, and once the property has been knocked down, I can't take any more bids. And lastly, our owner has a reserve price. In the event if we fall short of that reserve, by law, only the last bidder will have the first opportunity to buy this property at our owner's reserve. Like I said, the contract you'll be signing will be unconditional. We do require 10% deposit, equivalent of whatever price you're bidding at here today by the conclusion of today's auction. And also, we need 2 things from you. 1 is your autograph on the dot line on the contract sale. Of course, the 10% deposit. We do accept a personal check or online transfer. We understand there is an online transfer daily limit for most of the bank accounts. So we need you to do $20,000 to our trust account here today, and the balance is to be paid Monday next week. Settlement is flexible all the way up to 90 days. Of course, unless you made other arrangements with the marketing agent before the commencement of today's auction. So now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to number 7 Havelock Court here in Doncaster East. What are we offering you here today, ladies and gentlemen? Firstly, the location. Always the first thing you look up on realestate.com, you want to know where is the nearest park, where's the nearest school, where's the nearest shopping centre. You simply can't find any better in this particular pocket of Doncaster East. We are in between the Pines Shopping Centre and also the shops and cafes and restaurants on Blackburn Road near Doncaster Road. Ladies and gentlemen, multiple choices for you to choose from. The closest park down the road, or if that's not enough, pretty much 7 minutes drive away, you'll get to Waverley Lake. You will see me every Sunday there with my 2 dogs, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful scenery down there. And also Millgate Primary School just down the road. We are zoned for East Doncaster Secondary College. The property itself, elevated on the high side of the road, almost 810 square metres of land, 5 bedrooms plus a study, or call it 6 bedrooms, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the size, the functionality, and the position of the ultimate family home. And that's why you are here on a day that will go to 37 degrees. Yes, we are the ones wearing ties and jackets. You are here in shorts. But in this weather, you shouldn't be here, ladies and gentlemen. You should go to the beach, go to the winery, sit in a cafe at 11:10. But you are here because you know this is an opportunity that's too good to miss. Unfortunately, only one family will walk away with signed contract sale here today. Whether that's going to be you, whether going to be you to enjoy this kind of weather next Saturday somewhere else instead of on the curbside of the street. Now is the time to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Hand it over to you, number 7, Havelock Court in Doncaster East. Where do we see a fair and reasonable, even-handed start? $1,050,000. There we go. Welcome to you, sir, to 1.05 and a 50 over 1. Where do we go? Caught a $20,000 rise. Only fair.
$1,050,000.
Got it already. Fan, I've got $1,050,000 already. You're going to pay more attention. And $1,050,000 there. So how about $1,070,000 against you? And a 1.05 with the gentleman over here. He's closer to the door. Do I let him have it down to 1.05? And $1,050,000, where do we go? Another 20 will put you to the driver's seat. And $1,050,000 is the call. And a 1.05, where do we go? Another 20. That's the number I'm searching for. At $1,050,000. How are we done? 70. Welcome to you, sir, at 1.07. Against you, sir, quarter 90 or 1.1, your choice. At $1,070,000 over there next to Mark. At 1.07 against you, sir, another 20. Puts you back to the driver's seat at 1.07. And a 70 over 1 now to 1.07. Where do we go, ladies and gentlemen? Another 20. We'll show you the direction there to 1.07 against you. Opening bid on, what do you say? At a 1,070,000.
1.1.
Calling 20. Going 20s. Too early for the 10.
1.1. It's
1.1. Sorry. Bit too early. First auction of the year. Oh, a bit of a rusty on my maths. Thank you to 1.1. At a 1.1 out against you, sir. What do you say? At a 1.1, take minimum 112. At a $1,100,000 for 1100. All the zeros against you to 1.1. I don't have a thought about you, sir. At a 1.1, gentlemen and ladies, hold the key there. At a 1.1, another 20 will put you back to the driver's seat. At a 1.1 is the call. At $1,100,000, where do we go? Quarter 20 in the rise. 20, thank you to 1120. At a 1.12, what do you say, ma'am, sir? At a $1,120,000, quarter 1140. At $1,120,000. 1.2, even better. Good bid there to 1.2. That's the way to buy at 1.2 million. Against you here and here. That's the key. Opening bidder, he's holding that at 1.2 million. At a 1.2 now, what do you say? At a $1,200,000 against you. And you here, more to welcome, of course. This is the lower end of the indicating selling range.
Another 20, Danny.
Another 20, double 2 over 1 at 1.22. What do you say, sir? Quarter 240. What are you at $220,000 at 1.22 at 220 over 1? Oh, we done first goal at $1,220,000. 1.23. 2.3. We're rolling tanks short at 1.23 at 2.30 against you, ma'am, sir. Same opportunity. Another 10 will put you back to the competition at 1.23 here. 2.5. 250. Even better. 1.25. 1.25 million now to 1.25. What do you say, sir? $1,250,000, 1.25 at 250 over 1 at 1.25 now. Yes. 1.3, good bid at 1.3. That's the way to go at $1,300,000. What do you say? At 1.3 is the bid. At $1,300,000 with the opening bidder. At 1.3 are we done? At $1,300,000, he's holding the keys. He's going to buy it at 1.3. What do you say here and here? At $1,300,000, I'll start counting once now. At 1.3. 320. Another 20 on top of the 3.2. at 1.32 now, sir. That's your competition. At 1.320. At $1,320,000 you will have it at 132. Against you here also at $1,320,000. What do you say, sir? At 132.
We're on the market.
There you go, you heard him, man. At $1,320,000. If there's no more advancing, we are selling here at $1,320,000, sir. What do you say? I'll take 5 at 132 at $1,320,000.
25 here.
25, there you go. Welcome back, sir, to 1,325.
30.
30. Straight back. 133.
40. Danny, 40.
40. Good bid at 1,340. Welcome to you, sir. At 1.34 and 350. 50. 350 now. 60, sir. 60, 136. At $1,360,000 against you here, sir, ma'am, at a 136.
80.
80. There you go. Welcome to you, sir, to $1,380,000 against you here, sir, at 138. Also here and here.
1.4, Danny. 1.4.
1.4. Good bid now. 1.4. At 1.4 here. $1,400,000. 1.4. At 1.4 with you there, sir. To 1.4 now. Are we done? First call at $1,400,000.
1.25.
250. Oh, 25 at 425. At $1,425. Call it 50. If that works. 425 at $1,425,000 with the opening bidder. He's holding the key now at $1,425,000. What do you say to 1.425? Start counting once now at $1,425,000. Second call.
30.
30. One back, one frame. 430 here, sir. 450, good bid. At 1.45. What do you say, sir? At $1,450,000 at 1.45. Also here, sir, you didn't come here, just place one bid. At $1,450,000 we are selling. How we done? First call. At $1,450,000. Second call at $1,450,000. All done, all finished, all silent here at $1,450,000. All done.
60.
4-6. Got it here first. Gotta be quick. $1,460,000. 1.5. Good bid there at $1.5 billion at 1.5. At 1.5 is the call. Are we done? First call at $1,500,000. Second call at $1,500,000 with the opening bidder. All done, all finished, all silent now. Are we all done? Just to confirm. At 1.5. Before I knock it out, once the gavel hits the brochure, the property will be sold. And you're back to square one. At $1,500,000 for the third and final call at $1,500,000. Just to confirm. Still in, out, need to know. To be fair to them. At $1,500,000. Just to confirm, in, out, at 1.5. Thank you for bidding here today. At $1,500,000. 151. 10 up top. Almost. At $1,510,000. You started, sir. Don't walk away. At $1,510,000. Start counting once now. 151. Twice here at $1,510,000. Sir. Well, I go to the third and final. Are you 100% sure? For the third and final opportunity at $1,510,000. All done, all finished, all silent here. Let me remind you once more, once the gavel is fallen, I can't take any more bids. At 151, all done, finished, head silent, and number 7, Havelock Court, here in Doncaster East. We are setting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, foot in the arena. It is sold. Congratulations, well done. Commiserations to the other bidders, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for attending another successful Ray White auction. Enjoy your weekend.